Welcome to my fairy tale ASMR. Tonight I'll be reading from the 365 storybook collection, and the two stories are A Special Surprise from The Little Mermaid and Stuck in the Mud from Robin Hood. The underwater kingdom was quiet and peaceful. Every mermaid and merman was in bed, fast asleep. Everyone, that is, but Princess Ariel and her friend Flounder. Trying not to make a sound, Ariel and Flounder swam away from King Triton's palace and began their journey toward the surface. Ariel wasn't going to let anything ruin her plans for tonight. Prince Eric, the prince she had saved from a shipwreck, was having a royal ball. Ariel had a very special surprise for him. "Swim faster, Flounder," she cried. Flounder raced to keep up. Just as Ariel and Flounder approached the surface, Ariel saw beautiful lights dance across the water. When they poked their head out into the air, Ariel and Flounder saw colorful lights explode in the sky above Prince Eric's castle. "I've never seen anything so beautiful in all my life," said Ariel breathlessly. "The human world is such a wonderful place." "It sure is pretty," said Flounder. Off in the distance, Prince Eric stood on the palace balcony. He didn't feel like joining the royal celebration. He couldn't stop thinking about the mysterious girl with the lovely voice who had saved his life in the shipwreck. Ariel's heart leaped with joy when she saw Prince Eric. "It's time for my surprise," she cried. "Really?" asked Flounder. With a nod, Ariel closed her eyes, opened her mouth, and began to sing. Suddenly the night was filled with the sweet sound of Ariel's voice. Hearing her beautiful voice again, Eric's face lit up. "It can't be," he said. Eric remained on the balcony, enchanted by the beautiful song, filling the night away. When the song was over, Eric looked out across the sea. He hoped to catch a glimpse of this wonderful girl who had saved him. Where could she be? "Who are you?" he called out into the night, but all he heard was the echo of his own voice. "I'll be back soon," Ariel whispered as she and Flounder swam toward home. "Just wait and see." Stuck in the mud. "Come on, Robin," Little John called as he stepped over a fallen log. "Shh." Robin put a finger to his lips. "I think I heard something." "Let's have a look, see," said Little John. A minute later, they stopped at the edge of the forest and peered out from behind a bush. There, stuck in a muddy ditch, was a fancy coach. "I'd know that coach anywhere," Robin whispered. "It belongs to Prince John." "Get me out of the mud now," a voice whined from inside the coach. It was Prince John, all right. The driver's shoulders slumped. "But, sire, the coach is laden with gold. I'll never be able to push it out by myself. Perhaps your highness would consider stepping out of the coach so as to lighten the load." "Step out of the coach?" Prince John bellowed. "And stand in the rain? I most certainly will not. I believe I have a plan that will help Prince John and his driver," Robin said, "not to mention the poor." Little John nodded with a grin. He knew exactly what sort of plan his friend had in mind. Robin reached it into his satchel, pulled out a few items, and put them on. Little John did the same. Now they looked like two ordinary hunters on a walk. Little John stepped onto the road. Need some help there? He asked the driver loudly. I'd be more than happy to lend a hand. Meanwhile, Robin sneaked around to the side of the coach. He was just opening the door when Prince John leaned out of the window on the other side. Hurry up, you fools, he hollered. Robin saw his chance. While the prince was distracted, he opened the other door and removed several bags of gold. Get pushing then, Prince John snapped. I said I'd be glad to, Little John replied. He strolled to the back of the coach and, along with the driver, gave a single push. And while Robin slipped into the woods with the gold, Prince John and his muddy-wheeled coach rolled down the road to Nottingham, the load just a little bit lighter than before. Thank you for listening to tonight's story. I will see you tomorrow. Bisous.